Chapter 19. Saul told his son, Jonathan and all his officials that he planned to kill David. But Jonathan was a very close friend of David, and so he said to him, My father is planning to kill you. Tomorrow morning, be careful and hide yourself in a secret place and stay there. We'll wait for my father in the field where you are hiding. I will talk to him about you. If I find out anything, I will tell you. Then Jonathan spoke well of David to Saul and said, My father, do not do any harm to your servant David, for he has never done you any wrong. On the contrary, everything he has done has helped you greatly. He risked his own life when he killed Goliath, and through him the Lord God brought a great victory for Israel. You yourself saw it, and were glad. So why would you, my father, harm an innocent man by killing David for no reason? Saul listened to Jonathan's words, and he swore in the name of the Lord, the living God, that David would not be killed. Then Jonathan called David and told him everything. Then he brought him to Saul, and David continued to serve the king as before. Once again, there was war against the Philistines. And David attacked them and defeated them so completely that they fled. One day, an evil spirit sent by the Lord took control of Saul. He was sitting at home with a spear in his hand, and David was there playing the lyre. Saul tried to pin David to the wall with his spear, but he dodged and the spear stuck into the wall. Then David ran away and escaped. That same night, Saul sent some men to watch David's house, to kill him the next morning. Michal, David's wife, warned him, If you don't run away tonight, tomorrow you will be dead. So she let David down through a window. He ran and escaped. Then Michal took the household idol and laid it on the bed. She put a cushion made of goat hair at its head and covered it. When Saul's men came to get David, Michal said he was sick. But Saul sent them back and told them to see David for themselves. Bring David here in his bed, and I will kill him. They went in and found the household idol on the bed, the cushion of goat hair at its head. Then Saul asked Michal, Why did you deceive me like this and let my enemy escape? He told me he would kill me if I didn't help him run away. David escaped and went to Ramah and told Samuel everything that Saul had done to him. Then he and Samuel went to the house of the prophets and stayed there. Saul was told that David was at the house of the prophets in Ramah, and he sent some men there to arrest him. When they arrived, they saw a group of prophets prophesying, and Samuel was their leader. Then the Spirit of God took control of Saul's men, and they also began to prophesy. When Saul heard this, he sent more messengers, and they also began to prophesy. Then he sent messengers a third time, and the same thing happened. Then Saul himself went to Ramah. When he came to a large well in the city of Sikhu, he asked where Samuel and David were. They said they were at the house of the prophets. As Saul was going there, the Spirit of God also took control of him, and he went prophesying all the way till he arrived at the house of the prophets. There he took off his clothes and prophesied in Samuel's presence, and he lay naked on the ground all day and all night. And that is how the following saying began. Has Saul also become a prophet? Chapter 20 then. David fled from the house of the prophets in Ramah. He went to the place where Jonathan was and said, What have I done? What was my crime? What wrong did I do to your father for him to want to kill me? God forbid that you should die. My father tells me everything he does, whether important or not. He wouldn't hide this from me. It's not quite like that. Your father knows very well how much you like me. So he decided not to let you know his plans, so you wouldn't suffer too much. I swear by your life and by the life of the Lord God that I am very close to death. What do you want me to do? Tomorrow is the new moon feast, and I should definitely go to the king's dinner. But if you allow, I will go hide in the field until the evening after tomorrow. If your father notices that I am not at the table, say that I ask you to let me go. Urgency, Bethlehem. It is the time when all my family offers the annual sacrifice there. If he says, that's fine, I'll be safe. But if he gets angry, then you'll know that he has bad intentions. I ask you to do me this favor and to fulfill the sacred promise you made to me. However, if I am guilty, kill me yourself.
Ow.
Why let your father do it? Don't even think such a thing. If I knew that my father was really determined to end your life, do you think I wouldn't tell you? And if your father answers angrily, who will warn me? Come with me. Let's go to the field. They went, and Jonathan said to David, May the Lord, the God of Israel, be our witness. Tomorrow and the day after, at the same time I will talk to my father. If his intention towards you is good, I will send word to you. But if he intends to do something against you, may the Lord God kill me if I don't send a message to you and don't let you go away safe and sound. May the Lord be with you, just as he was with my father. And now if I remain alive, fulfill your sacred promise and be faithful to me. But if I die, always treat my family with kindness. And when the Lord completely destroys all our enemies, let us not break the promise we made to each other. If you break it, God will punish you. Again, Jonathan made a friendship vow to David, because he loved David as himself. And he said to David, "Tomorrow is the new moon feast, and if you're not there, your absence will be noticed. The day after tomorrow, your absence will be noticed even more. So go to the place where you hid last time. Stay behind the pile of stones that is there. Then I will shoot 3 arrows as if the pile of stones were a target. Then I will say to my servant to go get them. If I say to him, 'Look, the arrows are this side of you. Pick them up,' that means everything is fine and you can come out. I swear by God the Lord that in that case you will not be in danger. But if I say to him, 'The arrows are beyond you,' then run, because the Lord will be sending you away." So many promises we made to each other. The Lord God will help us fulfill them forever. Then David hid in the field. King Saul arrived for the new moon feast and sat down to eat in his usual place, near the wall. Abner sat beside Saul, and Jonathan sat in front of him. But David's place was empty. That day Saul didn't say anything because he thought something must have happened to him surely. He didn't go through the purification ceremony. The next day, the second day of the new moon feast, David's place was still empty. Then Saul asked Jonathan, "Why hasn't David come to eat yesterday or today?" Asked me for permission to go to Bethlehem. He told me, "Let me go to Bethlehem because my family is there celebrating the sacrifice feast." And my brother told me that I also should go. "If you are my friend, let me go see my relatives." That is why he is not in his place at the table, you son of a worthless woman. Now I know that you have taken David's side, bringing shame to yourself and your mother. As long as David lives, you will not be king of this country. Go now and bring him here because he must die. Why should he die? What did he do? Then Saul threw his spear at Jonathan to kill him. So Jonathan understood that his father was really determined to kill David. Jonathan got up from the table in anger and didn't eat anything that day. The second day of the new moon feast, he was very hurt because Saul had insulted David. The next morning he went to the field to meet David as he had agreed. He took a boy with him and said, "Run and go get the arrows I shoot." The boy ran, and Jonathan shot an arrow that went beyond him. When the boy reached the place where the arrow had fallen, Jonathan shouted, "The arrow is farther beyond. You don't stand still. Hurry up." The boy picked up the arrows and came back to his master, not knowing what it all meant. Only Jonathan and David knew. Then Jonathan gave his weapons to the boy and told him to take them back to the city. After the boy left, David came out from behind the pile of stones. He threw himself on the ground and bowed with his face to the ground 3 times. Then they kissed each other, crying. And David's sadness was greater than Jonathan's. Then Jonathan said to David, "God be with you. The Lord God will do with you. You and I and your descendants and mine, let us always fulfill the sacred promise that we made to each other." Then David left, and Jonathan returned to the city.